Hi everyone, welcome to T-Man Review. Top 5 Best Bushcraft Gear Essentials List 2020. Every year in the U.S. about 150 people die while out and about in national parks, more than 1,000 die in hunting-related incidents and thousands of backcountry enthusiasts get in deep trouble and require a search and rescue team to save them, with dozens of those folks dying while awaiting rescue. Most fatalities are the result of poor preparation. Bad weather descends and people get lost. They wander without water or shelter, often injuring themselves in the process. If they survive, they often suffer frostbite, hypothermia, dehydration, trench foot, or some combination of them all. The antidote to such calamities is making sure you're always carrying effective survival gear and have educated yourself in how to use it. Survival gear these days takes on myriad forms, both high-tech and decidedly low-tech, but all the best survival gear has one thing in common: it's incredibly practical. In this review guide we're going to shine a light on 21 essential pieces of survival gear everyone should seriously consider having in their survival pack. We're going to concentrate on survival gear aimed at aiding those engaged in outdoor activities and not those forced from their home by natural disaster, although some of these products will also be useful in those types of situations. We'll start by highlighting 3 pieces of must-have survival gear, those things we would not venture into the wilderness without, and then move on to other valuable survival aids you'll want to think about packing. Number 1. LifeStraw Personal Water Filter for Hiking. Another concern when you're lost in the wild is where to procure potable water. Sometimes there will be bubbling streams of crystal clear water rolling down wooded hillsides to fill your water bottle, and sometimes you'll have little more than a stagnant pool standing between you and dehydration. The LifeStraw Personal Water Filter is survival gear that can turn that stagnant pool into a lifesaver. The LifeStraw filter meets EPA standards and has been shown to remove more than 999% of waterborne parasites and bacteria. Humanitarian relief workers in all corners of the globe use the LifeStraw to help bring safe water to threatened communities and refugee camps. The straw itself weighs a scant 0.1 pounds and measures 9 in length and in diameter. Few things are worse than being lost and being besieged by waterborne illness. Bring this essential piece of survival gear with you whenever you venture into the wild and make sure water problems are not on the menu. Number 2. IceKey Multifunctional Military Compass. There are a few basics to remember when it comes to finding your way out of the wilderness, like finding a stream and following it downhill. This will keep you near a water source and take you out of the worst weather toward civilization. However, if the weather is bad and there are no streams to follow, you'll need another method of navigation. The compass GPS is great, but what happens when your battery dies, and you don't have a portable battery handy? The compass is the one piece of survival gear that will never let you down. Sure, it can't tell you if there's a town nearby, but it can prevent you from wandering aimlessly in circles. The IceKey Compass is designed specifically to help extricate you from emergency situations. It features conversion charts to measure distances, a rotating bezel ring to determine your heading, and adjustable sight lines to plot your course. It's also built to last. It will take you all of an afternoon to learn how to use the IceKey Compass, and it may turn out to be the most valuable afternoon you ever spent. Number 3. J5 Tactical V1 Pro Flashlight. The compass will get you moving in the right direction, but when night descends you'll need a strong, dependable light source, and the 15 Tactical Flashlight is that and more. The 35 produces an incredibly intense beam from a single AA battery. It's essential survival gear that can be seen from miles away, so even if you can't see anyone else, there's a good chance someone else will see you. This tactical flashlight fits neatly into the palm of your hand, so there's no excuse for not making it part of your survival gear. It produces 300 lumens of intense, focused light, has 3 operational diodes, high, low and strobe, particularly handy in emergencies, and is tough as nails, so you don't have to worry about damaging it. It's the kind of rugged, dependable companion you want with you if you're lost or injured, and it will greatly increase your chances of enjoying a successful resolution to your situation. Number 4. Gerber Bear Grylls Ultimate Pro Knife. You now have a foolproof method of navigation and enough light. But you need to sleep and eat. The Gerber Bear Grylls Ultimate Pro Knife with its full Tang 4 high-carbon steel blade is just the piece of survival gear you need to help you harvest materials for an emergency shelter, get a fire started, open cans and if necessary, dress wounds and cut bandages. If your ordeal is an extended one, you can lash the Ultimate Pro Knife to a small branch to create a spear for catching fish or small mamey. The pommel at the butt end can be used to hammer tent stakes, and that little thing hanging from the lanyard cord is a powerful emergency whistle that can take over emergency signaling duties from the tactical flashlight or your EOing range walkie-talkies when the sun comes up. A top-notch knife like this is essential survival gear. Number 5. Leatherman OHT Multi-Tool Tool. The wise outdoorsman always has a multi-tool with his survival gear just in case. They're light, affordable, and in the case of the Leatherman CHT, they'll put the venerable Swiss Army knife to shame. The OHT features needle-nose PERS spring-action wire cutters, a high-carbon blade, a serrated edge, a can opener, Phillips screwdriver, body opener and myriad other attachments. The only shortage is diminutive size of the primary blade. Other than that, it rates inclusion in any serious gear collection just by virtue of the plethora of options it presents you with and the quality of its construction. The handles on the OHT one-hand tool display a graphic of the tool folded in beneath them so you don't have to waste time guessing in survival situations. And the entire device is designed specifically to be operated with one hand, which in some survival situations is all you have to spare. A great piece of survival gear you shouldn't be without.